Fellas, guard your wallet like you've been doing, but guard a little bit more, especially for the fellas that's in the Midwest like me. See, remember I made a video recently that the restrictions have been extended since March 29th, and the capacities in dine-in restaurants are still at 25%, and it's getting worse. It really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, fellas. I know I talk a lot of shit on my channel. And I enjoy, just like the next man, getting attention from pretty women. Especially young pretty women that's hooked the fuck up. Alright, now check this out. It's getting so bad out here that it's starting to scare me. Why do I say what I say? Because starting March 15th, smart bus transportation and DOT bus transportation will begin to start charging to ride the bus again. That had been suspended ever since the beginning of the pandemic. Now, because of the fact the extension has been extended until March 29th, a lot of businesses are closing permanently. So think about it for those of my viewers that live in the Midwest. If they were struggling before the extension, can you imagine how bad it's going to be? I've already gotten a taste of it. Dig this here. All kind of women. I'm talking once again. Them women that long before the lockdown took place would give you the middle finger, tell you to go fuck off. And mind you, you ain't even said or did anything incorrect. They just so high off the power they got money pouring out their asses from non-essential jobs that most of the time they're paid in the form of tips. And then they got that back end check. Ain't no telling what other stuff she was doing to get all kinds of money. Okay, viewers, you and I both know that all that's been permanently taken away. And she's feeling the crunch. It's getting so bad. When I came out of CVS 2 hours ago, it was elderly. It was an elderly woman waiting outside that saw me when I came in. That was waiting outside, trying to hit me up for something in return. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Now, mind you, before I went to that place, I was at the coffee shop, and this coffee shop ain't cheap. Okay, I'm sitting there handling my business, right? All kinds of women from different nationalities throwing me all types of attention. And fellas, you and I both know that in today's time, women are not interested in cooperating with us. You can have the greatest intentions in the world, and that don't mean shit. It don't. And again, she's still trying to, weasel, as a good friend of mine always said, scheme her way into your life. Okay? But most of the time, thanks to the internet, Agenda 21, MGTOW, and just having good old fashioned common sense, thanks to the internet and pointing out some things that you might have wondered about long before the internet has pointed out to you to leave them the fuck alone. But see, again, women always want what they can't have. And because they don't have no damn money, and they're not going to be able to have it the way that they had it once before, ever again, you and I both know we in trouble. Okay? I mean, it's getting really, really, really bad out here. Because most women that I've learned in the Midwest, most women are in debt. Most women have not only a car note, but an expensive one. Now, in the Midwest, you have a car note, you must have full coverage insurance. And again, Businesses are trying to request to be able to operate at least a 50% capacity to be able to function. Okay, that has not been granted. So again, it's only going to be 25% capacity until March 29th. Do you know it's in Michigan it's cold? Do you know I've been seeing women standing out on corners trying to sell ass to a group of men like myself and my men viewers and male viewers that is over the age of 18 that we're not interested in it. It ain't the fact of not interested in fucking. No, 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 no. Every man is always interested in fucking a woman. Okay. But it's what comes along with it after you done bust a nut. Okay? Now women have ran us away. Now most women they got everything they want, and most women are unhappy like a motherfucker because women love drama. Us as men, we simple. We got some money, food, shelter, clothing, then our little gadgets and toys and shit, and some women or a woman to make us happy when it's time to do the nasty. Ow! Get down. And we motherfucking gizzard. You heard me? But see, women don't work like that over here. They don't not only have no money, they're not going to get the money back that they once had at one time. And the shit is bothering them. You ever had a scratch in your balls, fellas? I'm not trying to be funny. And you can't scratch it because you in an appropriate area out in public where it won't look too cool if you reach down and scratch your fucking balls because they itching like a motherfucker. I'm talking about the itch that fuck with your whole motherfucking psychic. Okay, that's how it's starting to affect women because they don't have money, and we as men has decided not to become their security blanket, or their fallback pillow zone and shit. If they slip and fall and bust their ass, it's like, well, hey, look, once again, I've said this in many of my videos. Here's a meal. Okay, women ain't trying to hear that shit. Okay, it's like, nah, motherfucker, you getting it, okay? You're a nice guy, but you're not a simp. No, I'm not. You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to go off on a simp or simps because, fellas, we all know ain't nothing like that special woman. And every man has their own unique taste in women, right? Let's say we got a man that came from a background where both parents was in the household and he was taught right from wrong and given an example to build a foundation to come out evenly structured in society. Society's fucked up, but he came out even. So his taste is totally different in a woman than for me coming from the hood with no water, no electricity, dumping motherfucking toilets full of shit because my mother was too motherfucking lazy to get a motherfucking job. Okay? So my shit is totally fucked up. It's shit that shouldn't turn me on about a woman does, but I was stuck in the motherfucking hood. You heard me? But I'm saying that to say this. Because of the fact most women still is ignoring Agenda 21. Okay? Like a motherfucker. Like I said, even the ones that I know and have talked to about Agenda 21, this was long before the lockdown. They still ignoring it too. They're like, yeah, I see all that, but fuck all that. You're trying to fuck for a few dollars. See, women are blindly and falsely holding on to the belief that everything is going to go back to normal, and that's not going to happen. So what are they doing now? Is they're closing in on men like myself. And like I said, they're going to get violent. Now, women can get violent a lot of different ways. I remember a movie that Danny DeVito made, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to mispronounce his name. It's called The War of the Roses. And you know what he said, fellas? He said, a man cannot beat a woman when it comes to love or revenge. It's just degrees of losing. And I'm saying that to say this. It's true because I'm serious. I'm 51 years old. I got hit on so much today It remind me of the song Stay With Me Tonight by Jeffrey Osborne when he said, "You make me feel like a schoolboy girl. I felt like I was fucking 16 years old." That's how bad it is. And you and I both know it's just going to get worse because this is the new world order. See, women are no longer needed today, as most men already know. She's obsolete. And the powers that be is letting her know that she is. And she can't handle the shit. So she's going to start to continue to behave like the ghetto boys would say, like a motherfucking fool. Because most men are smart enough to know not to fuck with her. So, viewers, put in the comments section, how do you feel about this video? You know, to me, this shit is getting fucking scary. And this is only the beginning because this has been extended until March 29th. And March 15th, they're going to start charging for them to ride the bus. Now, in the Midwest over here, most, I won't say most, but you got your share of women to catch the bus back and forth to work. And I'm sure, you know, it was a great thing for anyone to catch the bus for free. Okay, all that's coming to an end now. And most women work the jobs that give tips every day. Okay, but due to it still being held 25% capacity, her ass is done. So put in the comments section. I want to know what is going on, fellas, in your city and state. Oh, get down. Don't you go anywhere.